This is the ESR Clear Case for the iPhone 16 Pro Max with their GEO wallet on the back here. They were nice enough to send these my way so I can test them out, and I want to show you guys exactly what you're getting with both of these items. So let's start off first with the case. This is going to be a clear case that has a magnetic ring, so you have that full MagSafe compatibility, plus the alignment magnet for any accessories that you use on the back of your phone. Compared to other traditional clear cases like the one that Apple sells, this one has a full cover on the bottom as well, so there's no open gaps like you would find on the Apple one. So that's a big bonus here, that you have that full protection. And then you also have that camera control that you might know that exists on the Apple branded cases. So you have a cover for your camera control here that also works traditionally like it does on the actual phone. So you can do all your gestures, all your button presses. That all works here with the camera control button that's built into the actual case. So not only does it work, but it also protects your actual camera control on your phone, because if you don't have a cover for it, there's a possibility you might break a little glass piece on top of the camera control, and that will probably be costly. So it's nice they have this dust protector, plus the fact that it protects the actual glass. So you have a lanyard hole here that you can use a lanyard of your choice if you wanted to go that route. So you don't have to worry about that if you like using lanyards. The next thing here is going to be the way the kickstand works. Yep, it has a kickstand. You might be wondering, where is the kickstand? Well, it's built into the actual camera guard here, and it's made out of this nice plastic material. However, the hinge is really strong, so I like how it just goes back in place and then clips right into the socket, so you don't have to worry about it breaking, especially if it gets loose over time from you using it constantly. You want to make sure that this is never loose where it's just hanging off the case, so you can put it back in place just with one little click. And other third-party cases might have a kickstand built in where the MagSafe ring is, but then you can't use that kickstand while you use some type of charger for the phone. The next thing here is the protection, because that's extremely important with any case that you get. If you're looking for a more protective case, then you have these nice little borders here within the actual case, and it helps protect the insides from drops in the corners, and it has pretty much protection all around the screen with this nice little lip here that protrudes outwards from the case. You have your actual cutouts very precise, and you have pretty much enough space for traditional chargers on the bottom. Keep in mind that the charging portion is a little bit smaller than you would find on some other third-party cases that have a bigger opening. So you might have an issue here with some third-party USB-C ports that have a more traditional square block compared to the traditional Apple circular one. So that is something you should know when getting a case like this. You might have to kind of take the case off on the bottom depending on those type of chargers. But if you don't really use the USB-C port that much, that's no problem, and you can just use the MagSafe charging on the back. The sides do have really nice buttons for each of your buttons, whether it be the action button, the volume buttons, or even the power button. So here you have those buttons. When you press them, you know you've pressed it, and you have no issues pressing any of these. And I like the feel that you get with each of them. The clicks are really nice. So they did a really good job with these clear cases. I like the fact that it's really slim. The branding is just on one side here that says ESR, so it's not like all over the back of the case, which some cases love doing. I don't like having a nice looking iPhone and then having their big brand right on the back. So it's nice that they made it a little bit more subtle here on one side. The last thing that's most important is also the magnetic strength. And let me tell you something here. This case has some extremely strong magnets. So the way I know this is because usually I've tested so many different cases on so many different MagSafe accessories and chargers. However, here on my desk, I have a wooden with metal MagSafe charging base that has a MagSafe puck in it. It's made from a company called Oakwood, and their charging base is extremely heavy. And the reason I bought this, I want it to be planted on the desk when lifting my phone, and I don't want the actual charger moving. With this case, for the first time, I'm able to lift this heavy charging station without actually removing the phone. This is something that you don't really find on any other case. So I did give them humongous props on how their magnets are on this MagSafe ring. absolutely amazing. Any accessory that you put on here is on this case with no issues. It's so much stronger than the actual iPhone, which is very surprising on how they did this. The next thing I want to talk about here is going to be the ESR wallet. This is a Find My wallet that goes directly on the back of the phone if you have a MagSafe case, or just directly on the phone if you don't have a MagSafe case. This thing allows you to track it within the Find My app as an accessory, so you can find the location of it on the map of where it fell off or you just left it behind. So it's great to have a wallet like this. If you've watched my other videos, you know I've done some MagSafe wallet reviews like the Nomad one. That one is extremely similar as well. You don't get the full functionality on this one as an actual AirTag, so you don't have that precision finding where it shows you exactly how much of a distance it is from the actual phone, but you can see it on the map. And then you can also put it in a lost mode so that you can notify the next person that finds it on how to get in contact with you. You can also play a sound on this thing so you can find exactly where it is and where you've placed it, especially if you're getting closer to it. That sound will allow you to pretty much find exactly where it is since we don't have that precision finding. You do have some more features with this wallet than you get from other Find My wallets. The first one I'm gonna talk about here is going to be your kickstand functionality. You might be asking, why do I need another kickstand? The case already has it. Well, this wallet is totally separate. So if you have a different case that doesn't have a kickstand, you can use this wallet. As you can see, it's extremely hard to take the wallet off the phone because of the magnet that I mentioned earlier. But you can put on the back of the phone and then you have a kickstand in either orientation. And because the wallet is really stiff right in the middle, you can put it in landscape or portrait, which allows you to watch videos, FaceTime calls, whichever thing you want to do on the phone. It allows you to do that here. And the actual wallet does have a battery inside because you do need a battery just like you do on an AirTag. And you can recharge it with their special connector. This is the one piece that doesn't really bother me, but it would have been nice if there's a more traditional way of charging this, for example, through MagSafe, because this traditional connector doesn't allow you to buy another cable if you were to lose it. So if it has no power, you have no tracking capabilities. So what do? You have to make sure you don't lose your cable. If you were to lose your cable, probably ESR could get you one if you were to ask nicely. But the next thing here I want to mention is the fact that you can fit about 3 cards in this thing. There's a little clip on the inside which allows you to hold the cards depending on how many you put in here. But for me, the max that I can put in is pretty much my Apple Card and 2 additional plastic cards on the inside, which is all you might need, especially if you want to use like 1 debit card, credit card, and an ID, or whichever card you want to use in here. Just make sure it's about 3 cards for the actual wallet. It's really nice on the design they did of this thing. It's slim, and there's an additional feature. You have a little finger loop. So if you're using this on the back of a case and you want a finger loop, what you can do is you can pull this little strap here, and then you can put your finger through it, and then you have a full finger loop, even though the wallet is attached to the back of the phone. So this is really great, and you still have the kickstand functionality, even with the loop out. So they did a really nice job providing all of these features like the Find My tracking, the finger loop, and the kickstand functionality, and the fact that you can also recharge it so you don't have to like toss it after a while. This battery can actually be recharged. So you can continue using this wallet and be able to track it if you were to lose it. Both the silicone case and the wallet are a really good combo because, like I mentioned, the magnets on the case are really strong and the wallet is extremely strong in magnets as well. This thing is not coming off. So you can use it just like this if you wanted to. You can use it with the finger loop, and the actual magnets are strong. You don't have to worry about it. And I'm telling you this for a fact. If you were to get these, you will be completely shocked with how strong the magnets are on the case and allow you to use an accessory like this one. So if you're interested in trying any of these, I will leave the links to them both in the description below and also in the comments so it's easier for you to get to them. And if you liked the video, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Zanev Tech is out.